Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I'm going to look at two beers from probably my favourite brewery, really, Minerva from Jalisco. In the past, I've done a couple of videos. One of their Maestra range, and the other their Mi Mangosa mango beer, which was rather an excellent beer that celebrated their 25th anniversary. So, today I'm going to look at their Pale Ale and their IPA. So let's start with Minerva's Pale Ale. It's 6% alcohol beer. I'm not quite sure what this one's like. I tried it once, some time ago, but I can't remember exactly how it is. I think it has kind of a British vibe to it, but let's find out. So, here we are, armed with a glass. Pours nicely. It's a nice colour, very much a British style in colour. There's a nice fountain of bubbles heading up from the bottom, and a very nice head. A nice thick head, just as a head on a beer should be. Yeah, on the nose it's quite malty. Maybe some citrus notes in there. Oh, that is nice. There's a nice maltiness to it. It's a little like one British beer that I have had, but I can't remember which one it was. But it's not like any of the other pale ales that you get here in Mexico. It's more based on a British one, I think. Oh, there's a lovely fruital note coming out. It's not overly hopped. Just has a nice balance of malt and hops. And that's nice. Rather a nice beer. That doesn't taste like a 6% alcohol beer. It's more like a 4. It's a little like British 4.5%. That's a bit like somewhere between Everard's Tiger and Everard's Old Original. Yeah, that maltiness and not a heavy hoppiness is very much like Everard's Old Original, which was quite a strong beer. But this doesn't have that kind of feeling to it. I'm trying to remember which beer it reminded me of, and yes, the brewery from my hometown, Everard's. Yes, I remember having 3 pints of Everard's Old Original and had to be taken home in a car. I wasn't driving it, of course. But yes, I do like that. What a nice beer. So, next up is Minerva's IPA. This is actually lower in alcohol than the Pale Ale. It's a 5.5. But I decided I'll have this after. Rather than going up in strength, I'll go up in flavour. And I have a feeling this is maybe going to be quite hoppy. I can't remember having this one before. They do another one in a green label, which is more like a British IPA. But I'm not sure if this is going to be an American Pale Ale, IPA, sorry, or more a British style? Let's see. Oh, a very good Yorkshire style head on this beer. Yeah, it's a little paler, more golden than the pale ale. Nice head retention. Oh yeah, and a very strong citrus note from the hops. Oh yes, that's a lovely hoppiness. It's not over potent in hoppiness as you get from those American pale ales, but it's a nice note. Very flowery, bits of citrus coming through. Yeah. Kind of lemon, maybe a little grapefruit. But yeah, that is nice. Oh yeah. The hops then come in. They don't hit you straight away. They creep in after the initial flavour. Yeah. If I had this before the pale ale, I wouldn't have enjoyed the pale ale as much. And there's the burp. But it's very pleasant. I could see myself enjoying this with some grilled meat, maybe. Which other dish would go well with this? Maybe an asada de puerco, because you have the richness of the pork, and then this hoppiness cuts a little of the richness. Sorry, there, reset my teeth. Yes, it cuts out the richness of the asado, whereas the pale ale, I think, would go maybe with. I'm not sure. Maybe that is more barbacoa, the Borrego. Yeah, that would go well there. Actually, this would go well with barbacoa to Borrego as well, because it cuts out that richness and greasiness that you get from the lamb or the mutton, as it actually is. Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that it's not overpoweringly hoppy. Some have a kind of pepperiness. That as you drink it, you get this kind of black pepper or white pepper, which is a little too overpowering. Whereas this, it's nicely balanced. Lovely mouthfeel. Lovely aftertaste. Oh, I do like that. So how would I grade these beers? Let's start off with the IPA, which I was just tasting. I can't really place this with some of the British beers in terms of hoppiness, because you don't really get that very hoppy character in many British beers. Maybe the one or two, but I think they're not ones I've really tried. But I think I would give this an 8 to an 8.5, because it's such an enjoyable beer, and it fills most of the boxes. And the pale ale. The pale ale, I think I would give it 9. Because it ticks an extra box compared to the IPA. And it's so much like that dear friend of mine, Everard's Old Original, which is such a gorgeous beer. And I think this is I think the 9 is because of reminiscences of a beer I can no longer taste these days. All in all, I think Minerva really do make some excellent beers. And I've tried many of those that they produce in a couple of previous videos. I think other breweries which are quite comparable in the beers that they produce, and maybe Colima. I think Colima is very similar in outlook to Minerva, and Ventland as well. Of the 3 breweries that I really like here in Mexico, I would say it would be those 3. But I haven't tried for a little while a couple of the other ones from Monterrey. I must seek those out and try them out again. So, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe from those buttons down below. Cheers for now. Enjoy a good beer wherever you are. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now. Such a great beer.